Good morning, students. Today we start with lecture 6, turn on techniques of thyristor. Basically, turn on techniques of thyristor are required to trigger on the device. Before the thyristor is triggered on, it acts like an open switch, even if it is in the forward bias condition. In the forward bias condition, anode is positive, cathode is negative. So anode is connected to the positive of the supply, cathode is connected to the negative of the supply, and while it is off, it behaves like an open switch. So during this condition, the current through the device is 0. The current passing through SCR is equal to 0. And voltage across the device or the SCR is maximum. Now, before turning on, this was the condition. Now, when thyristor is turned on, it acts like a closed switch. In this condition, the current passing through the device becomes maximum and the voltage across the device becomes 0 in idle conditions. Now, this is an SCR. The same SCR, when it is turned on, it behaves like a closed switch. So all the current, the maximum current passes through the device. So current through the SCR is maximum. And while the current becomes maximum, voltage becomes 0. So the voltage across the device becomes 0 or minimum. This is the ideal case condition when device is turned on. Now there are mainly 4 techniques which are used to turn on the thyristor. First one is voltage turn on method. In the voltage turn on method, we keep on increasing the voltage without connecting the gate, and at a certain point it becomes on, and this is called voltage turn on technique. Second is thermal turn on method. While the SCR or thyristor is connected in forward bias condition, we just keep on increasing the temperature. So due to the increase in temperature, the device turns on. Third one is dV by dt turn on method. So dV by dt is rate of change of voltage with respect to time. So that is again a voltage turn on method. Fourth is light turn on method. Light turn on method is useful in LASCR, that is light activated SCRs, where we do not connect gate, but the gate is activated with the help of light. So it is called light turn on method. So the example is LASCR. These 4 methods are not in your syllabus. In your syllabus, you have only the gate turn on method. So the last one is gate turn on method. When we connect an SCR in forward bias mode, just give a pulse, forward going pulse on the gate, a positive going pulse on the gate. Instantaneously, the SCR switches on. But this happens only in forward bias condition. So this method is called gate turn on method. We will study gate turn on method in detail. Now, this is the gate turn on method using R firing. R is resistor firing method. So various turn on methods using R firing circuits are described below. The first one is DC gate turn on method. So as the name implies, DC gate turn on. So here a DC or direct current is applied to the gate, and the SCR is also given DC voltage. In DC gate turn on method, a DC voltage of proper amplitude and polarity is connected between gate and cathode of forward biased thyristor. Now gate current IG necessary to trigger the device is supplied to the gate terminal by varying the resistor RG, that is the gate resistor RG, this one. in the gate circuit. Now this controls the gate current of the SCR and the SCR is triggered. Now we can see as the gate is connected continuously to the DC supply. So this is the biggest disadvantage, that gate current flows continuously. Gate current flows continuously through the gate circuit, leading to high power loss. And there is no isolation between anode and gate circuit. So there is no isolation. This is the gate circuit. It is connected to the anode circuit. So this is the disadvantage of DC gate turn on technique using R firing. So the next method is AC gate turn on method. In the AC gate turn on method, AC voltage is supplied between the gate and cathode terminal. By varying the value of R, gate current is supplied to the gate, which fulfills the minimum gate current requirement to turn on the device. Different values of gate voltage correspond to different phase angles. The angle at which device is triggered is called firing angle alpha. The angle representing the conduction of the device is called conduction angle theta. Operation. Now this is the circuit of AC gate turn on method. Operation. In the off state, input voltage appears across the SCR and voltage across the load is 0. So this is the load. Voltage across the load is 0. Voltage across the load is 0, whereas voltage across thyristor is maximum. Also, the load current is 0. Since the SCR is not conducting, therefore the load current is 0. So voltage across SCR is the instantaneous value of supply voltage. Next, by changing the potentiometer R, minimum value IG minimum required to trigger the device is supplied to the gate terminal. Firing angle is controlled by resistor R in the circuit. When the SCR is turned on, then voltage across the load is equal to VL. Current through the load is IL and voltage across the thyristor drops to 0. This is called conduction angle theta as shown in the graph below. Diode D is provided in the gate circuit to protect the gate against negative cycles of the input supply. Resistance R is connected in gate circuit to restrict the gate current that should not exceed the maximum gate current IG max. Now we can see the input and output graph. This is the input voltage, that is AC input. Load current and load voltage both are in phase. So this is the load current or load voltage. Here we can see the firing angle is alpha. At this particular value, at this particular instant, or we can say at this particular phase angle, the SCR is triggered on. When SCR is triggered on, the load voltage and load current are available across the load and through the load. So this voltage VL is available across the load and current IL is available through the load. At pi, the supply voltage, this is AC. So the current is just becomes negative at pi, at 180 degree, the current becomes negative. So the negative half cycle starts. During the negative half cycle, the SCR or thyristor is reverse biased. Therefore, it does not conduct even if we apply a gate pulse onto the gate. Therefore, at this point, it remains off. Therefore, VL is equal to 0, IL is equal to 0 during this condition. Again, during the next positive half cycle, from 2 pi to 3 pi, at this particular instant, at an angle alpha. So this is the firing angle. So from here, the SCR starts conducting, and this conduction starts, this is the conduction angle theta. So the load voltage appears across the load and load current appears through the load. It passes through the load. So this is the load voltage and load current graph. Now the last one is voltage across the thyristor. We can see that during this time, this period, the SCR or thyristor is off. So all the supply voltage appears across the thyristor. So this is the supply voltage which appears across thyristor. At this particular instant, that is angle alpha, here the SCR starts conducting and load voltage appears after this point. So the voltage across thyristor becomes 0, whereas the load voltage and load current appears. Now up to this point, there is conduction. This is called conduction angle theta. At this particular point, that is at pi, the supply becomes negative and the negative half cycle starts. Therefore, during the negative half cycle, there is no conduction and all this cycle appears across the thyristor. So, because there is no conduction, so the negative half cycle, that is the reverse bias condition, the supply voltage appears across the thyristor and there is no load current or load voltage. So, this was the AC gate turn on method. Please like, share and subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much. Thanks.